So I have messy handwriting off the side there, but my conflict is my family had to decide whether or not we would give our pet guinea pig away because we were traveling a lot, and so it was really hard to have a pet. But then we were really attached to her, and she was so cute and just a lovely pet, so we were all like really sad. And so that was our conflict. Does anyone want to share what conflict they wrote down?
Yes.
Me and my brother argued. We were arguing whose turn to wash the fish.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great.
Anyone else? Yes, Kevin.
Battling for a TV channel with my cousin.
Battling over a TV channel with your cousin, yep, that's something my family has experienced definitely when someone wants to watch one channel and another person wants to watch another. Any other conflicts?
When I had to choose who to be in my football team.
When you had to choose a school to be in? Okay. So pretty serious.
Football team.
Oh, a football team. Okay. I heard what school you'd be in. Okay. Yeah, you can tell that my hearing over video conference, it's a little bit difficult sometimes. But, so please speak up. Would anyone else like to share one of their conflicts?
One, are you ready? Serena.
When I lost my fishing pole.
Louder.
When I lost my fishing pole.
When you lost your fishing pole?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that would, yeah, so, and then you went to talk about maybe like, were you looking for it? Did you find it? Did you not find it? So that would be a good one because the readers are wondering, well, what happened, you know? So we have a lot of conflicts from our own life, whether it's losing something, making a decision. You can take these conflicts, and it should be probably one that's pretty interesting that you can expand on. Take one of these conflicts, write it down, and then you have something to write about. So anytime you get a prompt that's asking you to write about a conflict, or maybe an argument or a disagreement or something like that, then you have your idea. Now let's talk a little bit about making your story interesting. So you have your idea for your personal narrative, you've written down your conflict, but now you're thinking, well, it needs sort of a little bit of extra spice. It needs something to make it interesting. Because if I just write, I had a conflict with my sister, we argued about this, you know, it's not super interesting. You're just listing facts, and that's almost, more of just making a list of things that happened instead of making a story. So you have to figure out a way to make your story interesting and tie it together. Here's a tip. Include details that will help your readers understand why the conflict was tough. For example, if you're writing about having a tough time deciding what flavor of ice cream to eat, you would want to describe each delicious flavor that tempted you. Does anyone know why, if you were describing about a time you had to choose between flavors of ice cream, why would you want to describe each one?
Why do you want to describe things, like your details? What do you want to describe details? Carlos?
Because maybe they'll just think that that there was just one flavor and that's all.
I'm sorry?
Maybe you choose when there's just one flavor because you don't describe the other one. Maybe just describe one.
Okay,
Okay, Carla?
To make the reader understand what difficulty you're passing through.
exactly. To make the reader understand what difficulty you're passing through. So when you have a choice, then you really have to make it clear, why is this such a difficult choice? Because if you're just like, well, here's 2 flavors of ice cream. They're both pretty good. I guess I'll go with chocolate. Is that interesting?
No.
No. So instead you want to say, there's 2 flavors of ice cream. One is a delicious, mouth-watering strawberry with its fresh, sweet taste and the little tiny strawberry chunks that make your whole brain freeze when you bite into it. But then there's that chocolate, and it has those delicious brown swirls of fudge cookie mixed in. And you know that when you take a spoonful of that, it'll just melt in your mouth like rich chocolate right from a chocolate factory. Okay, so be a little patient because I'm just making this out. making this up out of thin air. But when you describe it like that, then the reader understands, oh, wow, you know, that strawberry sounds really good, but then that chocolate sounds really good, but then that strawberry sounds really good, and you get kind of tugged between them. So even though in real life you probably don't look at a strawberry ice cream and chocolate ice cream, you might not necessarily think, oh, that one has, those words might not immediately come to your head when you're looking at them. But when you write about it, you want to describe it. You want to describe what makes each one good and delicious and sweet and all that. You want to use those descriptive words so that the reader understands both of them are really amazing sounding, and I can understand why they are. By helping the reader understand how good each flavor sounded, you make sure the reader understands why choosing between the flavors was difficult. Use words that will help your reader imagine each supporting detail. Crunch, cool, sweet, creamy, tropical. So, here's an activity we're going to do together. Write about deciding between your favorite flavors of ice cream. Describe each flavor you are tempted by. So, ours is going to be chocolate and strawberry, actually. So, what are some words that you might use to describe chocolate ice cream? Think about the best kind of chocolate ice cream you've ever had. What would be some words you'd use to describe it? And I'll start typing them down.
Go.
Sweet brown color.
Sweet brown color, yep, definitely. Let me
Another description? For chocolate.
What else?
Yes.
Delicious.
Delicious. Okay.
Think about how it tastes in your mouth, and what it smells like it feels if you touch it. Think. Okay? Think.
Squishy.
Squishy.
Squishy. Okay. Oops.
You better eat a word.
Another
Squishy.
word? That describes chocolate.
Melty. Melty.
Melty.
Good job. No more people out.
Okay. There's nothing more for chocolate.
Any other person that can think of a detail or chocolate? How would you describe? Brianna?
Icy cold.
Icy cold. Okay. Great. Okay. Strawberry. What about strawberry? Strawberry ice cream.
Yes.
Strawberry.
Go.
Raise your hand.
Magically pink color.
I'm sorry.
Magically pink color.
Magically pink color. Okay. What else?
Taste. What does it taste like?
Tastes like.
Strawberry.
Strawberry. The strawberry.
Okay. Strawberry. Okay. So think. What are some other descriptive words you might use to describe the taste?
Swirly.
Swirly.
Swirly. Okay. So sort of how it feels in your mouth, and maybe it might be a little bit tart, so sort of sweet, but it has that sort of bite, like when you eat fruit. Sometimes how it's just a tiny bit sour and it makes it taste really good and sweet. So it might be a little tart. It's probably very sweet. What else?
Say it.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Okay, so we have a pretty long list of words for each one, and what we're going to do now is we're going to describe how we felt as we looked at it. So I'm going to open up a new Word document, and so where do you think we're going to be getting this ice cream? Will it be at a supermarket or at the grocery store, at an ice cream parlor? Where would we be getting this?
Ice. Brown.
Brahms. Oh.
The ice cream shop.
Okay.
Ice cream.
With the ice cream man.
Okay.
Ah, paleta.
Oops, sorry, I need to make the font a little bigger. Okay. So I stood in line at the ice cream shop anxiously, waiting for my turn. I couldn't wait to look at the. Let me see if I can expand this a little bit so it doesn't have to jump in. I couldn't wait to look at the huge variety of flavors. There was bright blue bubble gum. That's a weird color. Like if you've ever seen like a bright blue bubble gum ice cream, I saw it one time. It was like really blue. Oh wait, there's bright blue bubble gum and white vanilla. What are some other flavors that you might see?
Chocolate.
Well, other than the
Other
ones
than
that
those,
we're going to
yes,
describe.
Carlos.
Cookies and cream.
Okay.
Nice shot.
Coconut cream.
Cookies and cream.
Okay. Coconut cream and cookies and. But the one ice cream flavors that drew me in the most were chocolate and vanilla. Okay, so now we go on and describe the chocolate. On one end of the ice cream, I'm trying to think of what you would call like that big, on one end of the ice cream bucket aisle. Oh, maybe the ice cream, oh well. I'm trying to think, you know how they have like at an ice cream shop, they have that big sort of glass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the, I'm sorry?
Selection?
Oh yes, great, thank you so much. Exactly. Okay, on one end of the ice cream selection was chocolate, was sweet brown chocolate with.
What caught my eye was exactly.
Yeah. When I turned around, I noticed this.
What caught my eye? Oh wait. I looked quickly to my left. On one end of the ice cream section was sweet brown chocolate with its squishy chocolate chunks. I looked to my right. There was strawberry with its magical pink color.
I was mesmerized.
Yes.
Oh, hypnotized by the ice cream. Come to me.
I was mesmerized, drawn in by the swirls of pink. So you know if you've ever seen like if you ever tried to hypnotize someone and you're like, you know, you sort of know like the circles. So if you were drawn in by the swirls of pink, I broke away suddenly to look again at the chocolate. Oh, my heart started.
I was hypnotized.
Oh, my heart started to melt. I was hypnotized yet again. I thought about how it would melt in my mouth, rich chocolate all over my tongue. Okay, so this is getting really like, this person is getting a little bit too drawn into both these ice creams. But then there was tart strawberry.
And now we'll cut this.
Actually, that's for time for school.
Remember, I was on a diet.
Oh, I rubbed my eyes. Why did I have to wake up before? Or why did I always have to wake up before eating any ice cream?
And why was I eating my pillow?
Okay, maybe that's a little too gross. But yeah, why was I eating my pillow is essentially. Okay. So, quickly I'm going to read through this. I stood in line at the ice cream shop anxiously waiting for my turn. I couldn't wait to look at the huge variety of flavors. There was bright blue bubblegum and white vanilla, coconut cream, and cookies and cream. But the ice cream flavors that drew me in most were chocolate and vanilla. I looked quickly to my left. On one end of the ice cream section was sweet brown chocolate with its squishy chocolate chunks. I looked to my right. There was magically pink strawberry. I was mesmerized, drawn in by the swirls of pink. I broke away suddenly to look again at the chocolate. Oh, my heart started to melt. I was hypnotized yet again. I thought about how it would melt in my mouth, rich chocolate all over my tongue. But then there was tart strawberry. Time for school, shouted Mom. I rubbed my eyes. Why did I always have to wake up before eating any ice cream? Why was there so much drool on my pillow? Okay, so.
Good job, good job.
Good job, everybody. That was a really, probably a lot more interesting than saying, here's two flavors, I like them both. You know, by going into detail, we really make this interesting. We make the reader kind of wonder what's going to happen. And with the surprise ending, then we make the reader sort of snap back and laugh a little. So by going in and describing, by using descriptive words, and then you help to show the reader how difficult the decision was. Even if you're not writing about ice cream, even if you're writing about something more serious or something more goofy, then you can still use these same strategies. If I were writing about my family's decision whether or not to give my pet guinea pig away, then I could describe my pet guinea pig and how cute she was, and the little tuft of fur that stuck up at the back of on her neck, on her head. So yeah, I would go into detail. So even if I wasn't talking about ice cream, even if I was talking about something really serious, by describing, then I help to show the reader, here's my conflict, and here's why it's tough. So, going back to the presentation here. When you write a personal narrative, you get to share your thoughts on what happened. You get to share your perspective. So we know that our purpose is to entertain or to tell a story. And we know that our audience, at least when we're writing the state test, will be the people who grade it. Also think about your perspective. Make sure it really comes from you. So include your opinion about things, include how you felt, and make sure that whoever's reading understands, this is a really unique piece of writing because it really comes from this person. So look at a prompt. As you read it, think of your audience, your purpose, and your perspective. And remember the 3 different types of writing. Does anyone want to tell me what they are? Persuasive, very good. Great.
Narrative.
I'm sorry?
Narrative.
Narrative, excellent.
Expository.
Expository. And narrative. Great. Very good. So there's expository, persuasive, and narrative. And we just learned a whole lot about narrative. And you'll probably be getting a lot of narrative prompts. So be sure to keep these different techniques in mind, making your conflict interesting, drawing people in, using descriptive language. And I hope that you have a really great time improving your writing and even taking your state tests. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a great day, everybody.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.